from the beautiful campus of St. Francis Preparatory School in Queens. This is Game Time, MSG Varsity's coverage of girls high school basketball. This afternoon, the Stanners of Archbishop Molloy against the Terriers of St. Francis Prep. Good afternoon, Bob Gallerstein for Game Time, MSG Varsity, and it's no exaggeration, these are the two of the best teams in the tri-state. Archbishop Molloy is 8-2. St. Francis Prep, so what's new? They're 10-0 entering the season. In fact, St. Francis Prep has only lost one regular season game in the last 8 years. That came to Archbishop Molloy on this court in the last regular season game of last season. Archbishop Molloy comes into this game obviously as an underdog. They don't feel there's too much pressure on them, but one of the reasons why they may win this match today is this young lady, Jenna Hoffman. Jenna grew up with beach volleyball. She lives at Rockaway Beach and in fact lives down the block from St. Francis Prep's Caitlin Slyke. Jenna Hoffman is a co-captain. She's a senior. She's a libero. And she wants to get into the health sciences when she gets into college next year, looking at Siena, Fairfield, Rhode Island, St. John's. But right now focusing on beating St. Francis Prep. The Terriers are focusing on beating Archbishop Molloy, and one of the key players, senior captain Kelly Flynn. She's a 3-year starter. Need we say she's no slouch in the brains department, National Honor Society, AP scholar. Now, when Kelly was in 8th grade, she had to pick between volleyball, basketball, and swimming. Kelly decided on volleyball and hasn't looked back since. Archbishop Molloy, can they beat St. Francis Prep again on this court? We'll find out next. It's Game Time, MSG Varsity.
Tomorrow, get fired up for one of the biggest football games of the season.
You're ready for this moment. You were born to wear these colors. Let's go. Let's play.
Don't miss it when the hard-hitting Massapequa Chiefs take on the explosive East Meadow Jets. Start your day with a Nassau County blockbuster on MSG Varsity Football. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. at your home for great high school sports. MSG Varsity.
Why do more and more small businesses rely on Optimum Business every day?
Because my phone service allows business to keep coming in and orders to go out.
Because my internet's fast enough to send large files on a tight deadline.
Because I love simple math, and so does my budget.
Sign up for phone and internet for just $59.90 a month for the first year. Call 1-866-311-0292 or visit OptimumBusiness.com today.
It's going to be a great season of football on a quick 60. We're going to preview the top players, the top 25 teams in the tri-state. We'll have the latest news. Put a face on it! Pivotal matchups and a whole bunch more. It's a big deal, but we're not going to do it without you. Give me a call. Email me. I'm even on Twitter. Unreal. You got to tune in.
A quick 60 on football. Tuesday at 8 p.m.
You got to be locked in at 8 o'clock.
At your home for great high school sports. MSG Varsity.
At MSG Varsity Channel 614, the replay power is in your hands. Miss the game? Not anymore. Don't miss hard-hitting football, boys and girls soccer, field hockey, volleyball, plus much more. The replays on Channel 614. We've got you covered all season long. Catch non-stop high school sports like nowhere else. For great high school sports when you want it most. Anytime, turn to Channel 614.
Welcome you back to a semi-steamy gym here at St. Francis Prep High School. Outside, 67, 68 degrees in mid-October. Starting lineup for the Stanners of Archbishop Molloy. Jenna Hoffman is the libero. The outside hitter is Lauren Pagan. Outside hitter Madeline Casello. Camille Pangalangan starting in the middle. Catherine Kilkenny also the middle center is Amanda Price, and Emily Rabeau is playing the opposite for Archbishop Molloy. For the Terriers of St. Francis Prep, Carolyn Vallone. She is the daughter of New York City Councilman Pete Vallone. She is the libero. Jacqueline LaForgia is the outside hitter. Co-captain Kelly Flynn playing the middle. Caroline Gorecki also playing the middle. Johari Rivadeneira is the outside hitter. Kendra McCallum is the center, and playing opposite, Kiera Pierre. St. Francis Prep, coached by Kevin Colucci, will be serving to Archbishop Molloy. St. Francis Prep in the white with the red trim, and serving is Kendra McCalla, a 3-year starter. Terriers looking to respond. Big hit, nice response by Archbishop Molloy. Can they recover? Indeed they do. Over the net it goes. The response by St. Francis Prep. LaForgia over the net. Now setting it up for the big hit. That was Pagan on the big hit for Archbishop Molloy, and they set her up again. Good response by St. Francis Prep. LaForgia. And give the point to St. Francis Prep. Archbishop Molloy, coached by Steve Leo Sakos, who is the only coach of the 10-year history of the program. And a big reason for the success of Archbishop Molloy. St. Francis Prep, 1 serving 0. Line drive over the net. Terrific serve by McCalla. McCalla setting up. LaForgia. If the ball hits the rafters, it is in play, and that is out of bounds. So it's a point for St. Francis Prep 2-0. Of the 10 wins for St. Francis Prep this year, 2 have come against Archbishop Molloy. They have been close matches. The powerful serve of Kendra McCalla. Kendra, by the way, many honors classes for her, which is standard operating procedure, it seems, for volleyball players. It's a point for Archbishop Molloy, and the Stanners will be serving. As a matter of fact, a word to the wise as Amanda Price gets set to serve for Archbishop Molloy. If you are in elementary school or in middle school, and you'd love to get to that Ivy League school, terrific shot. What a setup. Jacqueline LaForgia, St. Francis Prep gets service back. It'll be 3 serving 1. So many games that we do at MSG Varsity, volleyball and girls lacrosse, seem to have the highest grade point averages. So, if you play volleyball, play lacrosse, and you're in elementary or middle school, stick with it, because chances are you're going to get involved in the program and have teammates that have grade point averages that are off the charts, and you will enhance your chances to get into the college of your choice. Russell Rodriguez, our official, has temporarily called time as we await service from the Terrier Jacqueline LaForgia. And that's a point for Archbishop Molloy. So it'll be 2 serving 3. We expect this to go the limit 5 games. Lauren Pagan, the server. Aspiring nursing student who's also on a traveling team at Aviator. You know, so many of these players know each other. Playing on travel teams together as St. Francis Prep gets service back end for St. Francis Prep. And there she is, Caroline Vallone, the daughter of New York City Councilman Pete Vallone. And one of the things that when I spoke to Captain Kelly Flynn before the game, she was very quiet. Would not reveal where she or her teammates are interested in going to college next year. And I kind of tried to pry that out of Councilman Vallone, and he said, I probably shouldn't tell you. So, even if it was off the record. So, your secrets are safe. We will not tell where. In fact, we don't even know where you're interested in going to college. But I am sure that there is some D1 interest in Caroline and Kelly and a few of the teammates. Well, they took the point off the board. It'll be 2 serving 3. Lauren Pagan, senior for the Stanners. And a booming serve that St. Francis Prep wisely lets go long. So it'll be 4 serving 2. Now we get Caroline Vallone. Speaking with Kelly Flynn before the match, asking her what the goal of the team is this year. Great net play. That was terrific. Chiara Pierre there at the net, and it's going to be 5 serving 2. What's the goal of the team this year? And yeah, you take it one game at a time, but St. Francis Prep 10-0 not only wants to win every game, they want to blow every team off the court this year. Winning is not enough. That's how confident they are. That's what they aspire to. And yeah, they'd love to win a Catholic High School State Championship this year. And judging by their record this year and the way they're playing so far today, it is attainable. Archbishop Molloy feels it's attainable for them. Jenna Hoffman on service. Finesse touch. Look at the terrific touch around the net by Kelly Flynn. Molloy was probably anticipating a slam. Flynn finessed it easily atop the net and got the point. Kelly Flynn. You see her right up front there, number 13, the Strawberry Blonde, and it'll be 7 serving 3, and Molloy does not want this to get out of hand quickly. McCalla. That's a tough serve to defense. And look at the response once again, Kelly Flynn. Over the net it goes. That's essentially an ace on the hit. Not a service ace, but Johari Rivadeneira with a terrific shot down the sideline. And it's 8 serving 3 with Pierre to serve, 3-year starter. Maximizing everything, and you realize that she got a little bit too much elbow grease behind that shot. So it's 4 serving 8. And this is Emily Rabeau, who plays the opposite. Emily is a junior. She's been on the varsity since she was a sophomore, plays on the Creole travel team with some of the players not only on her team, but also on St. Francis Prep. Playing it off the rafters. They have a chance to set it up. And what a terrific finesse shot in response by Archbishop Molloy, but we get the whistle by referee Rodriguez. Actually, triple R referee Russell Rodriguez. And I think that was a violation on one of the teams, and it looks like Archbishop Molloy is going to get service. So it'll be 4, serving 8. Slam shot by Flynn. Went out of bounds. It'll be 5, serving 8. Good service by Rabeau. Very versatile player on this team. Good service. This has to go over, and indeed it does. What a shot by LaForgia. We've seen such great recovery. That hit the ground. That's a point for Molloy. It's going to be 6, serving 8. We've seen such great recovery on the first hit after the service on both teams' part. So in other words, service goes over the net, and a team keeps it alive, but not necessarily in a great shape to get it over the net, and each team recovers and recovers nicely. But this one is taken care of very well, and over the net it goes by Pierre. Big setup, big hit, response by LaForgia. Pierre got a lot behind that shot, but unfortunately the net got in front of the ball. So now, Archbishop Molloy was down by 5. It's now 1. Great set of serves by Rabeau. Setting it up for the big hit by Rivadeneira. Molloy's response. That's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a point for St. Francis Prep, so it'll be 9, serving 7. When your goal is not only just to win, but to dominate, the bar is set pretty high here. Johari Rivadeneira on service for St. Francis Prep. She's a junior, her 2nd year on the varsity, an outside hitter. They got to go over with this. What a powerful hit. It is almost impossible to defend a shot like that from Chiara Pierre. By the way, Kiara spells her first name, capital K-I-A-R-A, pronounce it Kiara. It's spelled the same way for Kyra Otero, teammate of hers at St. Francis Prep, so same spelling, different pronunciation. Looking for the kill, LaForgia, good response, Molloy. Over the net. And nicely done by Madeline Casello. Molloy's got to get it over. Casello plays it safe right there. Look at the one-handed shot at the net by McCalla. Terrific finesse shot, great placement. Casello, the senior outside hitter, and Archbishop Molloy trails by 2. And how appropriate that Casello will be doing service. Madeline wants to get into nursing. Setting it up terrifically for Flynn. Response, Molloy. Once again, but this time it goes to LaForgia, and it's a point for St. Francis Prep. So it'll be 11 serving 8. And the captain, Kelly Flynn, who is not sure if she wants to go into engineering or pre-med at a very secret school that she will not reveal. Molloy gets service back. One of the things that Kelly Flynn told me before the game, she's very athletic when she was in grammar school up through 8th grade. She played all sports and even excelled at Irish step dancing. Now, when her dad came up to her, or actually her mom came up to her in 8th grade and said, pick one of the 3, volleyball, basketball, or swimming, Irish step dancing didn't quite figure in there. I'm not quite sure there's a college out there that will give a scholarship to somebody who's proficient at Irish step dancing. So she elected to specialize in volleyball, and she has not looked back. 12 serving 9. Riva Denera on the service. And they got some miscommunication, St. Francis Prep. And so it's going to be 10 serving 12. We got some subs coming in from Molloy. And doing the service honor is Amanda Price. Amanda, not only is she a National Honor Society student, she is on the principal's list. Her average is 99 or above. In other words, it's off the charts. And she would like to play volleyball in college. She just took a trip to St. Anselm and would like to be an occupational therapist. As far as I'm concerned, with those grades, you got to be able to, should be able to win some sort of Nobel Prize in medicine. The future Nobel Prize winner, Amanda Price. Nice save by the libero, Jenna Hoffman, and that's going to be a point for Archbishop Molloy, with the Stanners having pulled within 1. And I beg your pardon, we are tied at 12. For the lead. And they get it out of bounds. It'll be 13 serving 12. And with that, St. Francis Prep has called time. And with a timeout, we'd like to know you to know that when it comes to high school football, yeah, we're the place to go. You can get all you need to know in